Some amazing news for Tesla buyers. If you're looking to get a Tesla, they just slashed prices across the board, up to 20% off in some cases. So we're going to go into some of these price cuts and why they're happening now and what you should be doing, because this isn't going to last long. Although they did lower prices in other areas, this video is going to be specifically talking about the US prices, because there is a new US tax credit, EV tax credit. On Tesla's website, it says at the top, until March 2023, certain new Model 3 and Model Y vehicles qualify for a $7,500 federal tax credit for eligible buyers. On January 1st, 2023, the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 qualified certain electric vehicles for a tax credit up to $7,500. Note, this credit amount applies to deliveries now and may change during March 2023, at which point credit amounts may be reduced. And that's something to keep in mind, because with this new tax credit, there are certain rules that affect the eligibility for that vehicle when it comes to the kilowatt hours, the battery, the capacity, where it's made, where the battery's materials are sourced from, and where it's finalized. All that stuff comes into play, and they just haven't figured out the final rules for that. So in this brief, little gray area between now and March, it's kind of a free-for-all. So you want to capitalize. If you want to get Tesla, you want to make sure you put your order in now before March to lock in that price, because we all know with Teslas, when you order, you lock in that price. They can't change it. And Teslas are also not affected by dealerships, so they don't have any markups. They pretty much determine their price at any time. They can change, so that's the beauty and the curse of Teslas. They can change at any time, but they don't have any of those surprise dealer markups. Now, the current qualification says customers must buy it for their own use, not for resale. They must use the vehicle primarily in the US, adjusted gross income limitations, which is important to know, and the MSRP price caps. So basically with the AGI, the adjusted gross income, you have to make under a certain amount of income for your household or for an individual for that year to be eligible for that full $7,500 tax credit. And then the price caps are the other thing that kind of fall in place right now. There are price caps for vehicles that are eligible. So right now, the Model 3 is under the price cap of $55,000. The Model Y with 5 seats is under the price cap of $55,000. And that's something that's very interesting. It's kind of ironic, because when IRS released all these price caps not too long ago, a lot of people were really angry that the Model Y was placed in the $55,000 price limit, which is sort of mainly aimed for sedans, when people really thought it should have been listed under the SUV category, which would have made it $80,000. What that means is that if it was listed under the $80,000 price cap, Tesla probably would not have just reduced the prices that they just did. Tesla basically just changed their prices so that they could be eligible for these tax credits, because when they're eligible for these tax credits, their sales usually shoot up. They've done this in the past before with the tax credits. They always strategically price based around the eligibility and the tax credits. Now, I'm going to be going over the Model 3 and Model Y for this video, but the Model S and Model X did get price reductions as well. So let's go into these price cuts and let's look and see what the current prices are for these vehicles. The rear-wheel drive Model 3, it got the smallest amount of price cut. It is now starting at $45,600, and that is factoring, all these starting prices are factoring in the destination fee, which is now $1,390, along with the non-refundable order fee, those are two additional fees outside of the starting price that you'll see on the actual Tesla homepage website for the vehicle. So I'm factoring in those just to be more accurate. But yeah, the Model 3 rear-wheel drive starts at $45,600 now. And if you're eligible for the $7,500 tax credit, it could come down to $38,000 for the rear-wheel drive Model 3, which is incredible. I have a rear-wheel drive Model 3 and I love it. The performance Model 3 now starts at $55,600 and would be around $48,000 after the federal tax credit. $48,000 for a performance Model 3, that is cheaper than my rear-wheel drive Model 3 that I got 5 years ago. If you're in the market for a Tesla, if you're planning to get a Tesla, this is like Christmas Day for you. So the big one right now is the Model Y long range, which is what I have. I just bought this last year. When I bought mine, it was $55,440. And after all those crazy price increases from the past year and a half, the Model Y long range dual motor is now down to less than that, and less than what I got. It's $54,600 right now. And then if you are eligible for that full tax credit, it's down to $47,000 for the long range dual motor all-wheel drive Model Y. I think that's like the lowest it's been ever So if you are in the market for Model Y, I would be jumping at this right now and putting my order in. And then the performance Model Y, that is $58,600 right now. So insane deals. The Model Y long range is probably the best deal I've seen in a very, very long time. Even if you are on a strict budget and you can't spend more than $40,000, those Model 3s are basically less than $40,000 after the full tax credit. Also keep in mind that the price cap includes any optional equipment that's physically attached to the vehicle at the time of delivery, but it excludes software features, accessories, taxes, and fees. So if you upgrade your tires to the larger size or maybe upgrade your paint color, that does affect the price cap. But the good news is Tesla will show you a real-time message as you're configuring, and when you're about to order, it'll tell you if your order is eligible for that full tax credit or not. So if you see the message, you're good to go. I own two Teslas, a Model 3 and a Model Y. They're both incredible vehicles. You're getting probably the safest car in its class with these Teslas. You're getting performance, they're sporty, they're fast, they're fun, they're tech focused, the software, the autopilot, the supercharging network. I mean, I just can't speak highly enough of owning a Tesla, and this is the best time to go electric if you haven't already. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Tesla and tech videos in the future. My name is Andy. I'll talk to you in the next one.